Hi everyone, good afternoon. So sorry I can't get on live just because I had to kind of reschedule a class this week, but I still wanted to share some stamping information with you and to connect with you and inspire you. So I still decided to do a recording so that I'll still post it today, Tuesday at 2, if everything goes well and technology does not fail me. So let's pretend this is our Facebook Live Tuesday at 2, and so you can still comment for a chance to win, and you can still share this post for a chance to win prizes. So congratulations to Jewel and Cindy who won last week's drawing. So please make sure you message me your address and I can get the prizes to you. I think they were two little mini stamp sets. So this week, a couple of announcements to share. Just a reminder that this sampler frame, I don't think I can show the whole thing in the photo, in the video, but you get the idea. Don't forget that you can get this class absolutely free, either mailed to your door, or you can come to my class live if you're drivable to Markham, Ontario, Canada. And all you have to do to get this class free is simply make sure your orders add up to a total of at least $200 in orders between the period of January to March. So it doesn't have to be one order that's $200 or more. It just has to be, as you know, you could put multiple orders in. As long as they add up to $200 or more, you'll be invited to this class absolutely free. If you hosted a private Stampin' Social between January and March, you will be invited to this class free. And then as well, if you join my team between January and March, you'll get to come and make this sampler frame for free. My team already made it in the past months, but you won't miss out just because you joined the team late. I'll still allow you to come and enjoy the class for free. If you don't meet those three things to get the class for free, I am charging $35 for the class, so you can still come out and make it. I just think it's such a pretty spring frame to brighten things up and make it cheery. Let me see if there's a way I can kind of show you that top row there. I don't know if you can see, I love this glimmer paper here. So the frame is not included because it's, many of you I know already have frames like this. So just to keep the cost down, the frame is not included, but you'll get the pieces. Okay, so that's that with Celebration. The other thing to know is Celebration is in full swing. Every $60 order will get you a free gift from Stampin' Up. It's like a full stamp set or wood elements. There's lots of great things. And I promise next week on the Facebook Live next week, I should have my new stuff. Stampin' Up is releasing new Celebration items you can get for free starting in... I think February 15th will be available to you. But I, as a demonstrator, am allowed to pre-order it early, and so I will kind of do a little show and tell next week for the Facebook Live. This week's host code, if you decide to order, actually this host code will probably last the rest of February. So the online ordering special for February is place a minimum $60 order on my online store. Just go to genevieve.stampinup.net. Use this host code and I will send you a package of these beautiful glitter enamel dots. Can you see how glittery they are? So I would love to mail those to you. All you have to do is during the month of February, place an online order using that host code on my online store, and you'll be slated to get these at the end of the month when I get my order in. Okay, let's do a little bit of stamping. I wanted to show you how to make this card. So this is a fun birthday card, and it's got a very unique way of opening. I've got a string that kind of keeps things closed there. So it actually opens this way. So you can write your message in here, and I think it really highlights and showcases the beautiful edgelets that Stampin' Up! Has. These edgelets, in particular, Stampin' Up! Has lots of a few other edgelets, but these ones are called the Detailed Birthday Edgelet Dies, and it comes in a set like this. I like it that it's actually got a little tag. We're not using it today, but there's also these cupcake edgelets, and I am using the ones that are gifts or presents. Okay, so I want to share some tips and tricks about using the Edgelit dies and show you how I made this card. So let's get started. This was actually a card that we made in my technique class this past week. Most of the ladies that come to technique class are club members. So club members, all they do is they commit to placing a minimum $30 order each month, and they receive membership perks. So one of those perks is getting to enjoy the cards from technique class, and they also get a 20% discount coupon to use, and they get free product. So there's lots of perks for being a club member, so definitely contact me if you're interested. So I'm using a piece of basic black cardstock. I cut it at 4 1/4. So it's an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I cut it at the 4 1/4, and then I'm just going to fold it in half. And the bone folder is very handy here. Okay, and then what I did is I folded this piece down. So I just folded it in half again. You could actually cut this piece off if you want to, but I just kind of folded it down. Okay, and you can just use that to kind of really burnish the fold a bit. And you can use snail adhesive here. Since I have this really handy, I'm just going to use the tear and tape adhesive because it is a little stronger, and I'm just worried with gravity it's just going to kind of pop up there. So I'm just going to take a piece of the tear and tape and use it to stick down. Okay, and then I'll show you how I rolled out the edgelets. So this is the basic black, and I rolled out the edgelets with the lovely lipstick color. Okay, so that'll be the flap that opens there. And then I took a piece of lovely lipstick. This happens to measure, I think, 4 1/4 by 3 inches, but it's just whatever scrap you have. Just so long as it fits the die, you should be okay. So there we go. We'll just line up the die. Now, a few tricks about using the Edgelit dies. Let me get my friend the Big Shot. So what we'll need is you will need the Big Shot tool. And this is the sandwich that I'm using here. So I'm just using the regular platform, and then the thin die adapter, and then this precision plate. Don't use this side of the precision plate. It's actually this side facing up. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm just realizing I forgot to tell my evening technique class this. I told my morning technique class. Is I know Stampin' Up! Often in their videos they'll put the die like this, but what I found, I don't know if it's my imagination, but I think I like doing it this way and having the die with the blade facing up and then the paper facing up, because then I feel like the die isn't hitting right on this really firm surface. I'm afraid the die will get dull. I don't know, maybe it's an irrational fear, but anyway, it's a real fear of mine. So that's why I have it going this way. And then what I tend to do with the Edgelit dies is I tend to have them a little more to the side, because with the Big Shot, the pressure, I just find it's very minute. You might not even notice, but the pressure is a little stronger on the ends. So that's why, instead of right at the middle. So that's why I have the die a little bit more to the side. And then I just need one cutting pad, which I'll grab, and then you just roll it through. So let's do that to cut out the edgelet. Sorry, I'll have to move this in here. And we'll just roll it through. It will kind of crank and feel a little tight, but we'll roll this baby through, and we can take a look at it. Make sure it cut all the way. So the precision plate, because the plate is so firm, it really cuts better with the detailed die. See how you can see that it's all cut out there? And I only had to roll it through once. I didn't have to go back and forth or anything. Okay, let's move this baby out of the way. Okay, so then what I do, we can even take this piece off. I think this top piece will probably come off pretty easily. Oh my gosh, I've got butterfingers today. Okay, and then the next handy tool is the die brush tool. So it comes with quite a brush with pretty coarse bristles here, and then you can kind of just brush it onto the mat. Over time, the mat does kind of get kind of worn, but see how handy it is to kind of get the little pieces out. Okay, so I just run it through there, and then if there's any extra pieces, we can always kind of poke them out with the paper piercing tool. Okay, and then we'll just carefully take it off the die. It does get pretty stuck in there, so you may just have to take some care when you're taking it out to try not to rip the more delicate pieces. If I rip it, it's not the end of the world, but hopefully I can get it out for you. Okay, so that's basically it. That's how you use the edgelet dies, and just why don't we finish our card, okay? So let me get that out. There we go, and then we'll finish our card. Isn't this bow so cute? Each present almost has like a different type of bow in it. Okay, so let's get that out. Okay, so we've got this present out, and then let's finish up our card. Okay, and so we'll put this on here. What I did is I just have it peeking out the edge, just like that. Okay, so this is the flap here. We'll use some snail. Actually, it's easier if it's not black on black. So I'm using the lemon lime twist. This is cut at 4 1/4 by 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I am using the little confetti pieces from this stamp set. This stamp set is called Birthday Cheer. I love the great big font here, but it's got this fun confetti, which is perfect for making a background. So let's do our little background here. And what I find with our ink pads, you don't have to push really hard. You just have to tap, and then you're going to just stamp all around to create that background. Okay, easy. There's our fun background. And then I just get so happy. I can't believe I get to, this is my job. I get to stamp for a living. So it's a little bit of stamping, a little bit of therapy. So let's glue that in here. So that'll be where you write your message. I think the color's light enough. You could still use a pen and write a really nice message there. And then I will layer this piece on top here. Okay, and so I think you may have seen, I often like to use the silicone mat when I'm putting glue on the edges, because that way it doesn't make my grid paper all sticky. So we'll stick that on top here. Okay, and then we've got another layer of the lemon lime twist, and we'll pile that on top. If I wanted to, I think on my sample card I had trimmed it so that it matched here, but that's okay. Okay, and then this is the Designer Series paper from the Broadway Bound suite. I love the bright colors. One side has sort of bright, cheerful colors. The other side is more elegant with the gold foil. Okay, and then we'll just stamp the sentiment. The stamp set has all sorts of sentiments, so I'm going to do the For Your Birthday, and I'll do that in the lovely lipstick. So our new ink pads are really easy to open. You just lift and slide. And let's find the stamp. Here it is. We'll do the happy birthday, For Your Birthday. Lovely lipstick. We'll stamp it right there. So crisp, so clean. I love our Stampin' Up! Stamps and ink. They work perfectly together to create such nice images. And then I will cut it out with the stitched framelit. So the stitch-shaped framelits are the best deal ever because you get all sorts of shapes. You get the oval, you get the circle, you get the squares. Sorry, I'm just getting all my plates in order here. And we'll just pop that through, run it through, and then we will be finished. So let's just run that through. And then we'll be done. So sometimes it's nice to give such a cheerful birthday card and to put a little extra effort into it. So that's why it's fun to put the extra layers, and you know, I could just have cut a square, but it's nice to get, can you see that there's that extra stitching on the side? It's so, it just gives that nice extra touch right there. So we'll just pop it up with some dimensionals. You can never go wrong with Stampin' Dimensionals. So we'll just put that right there. Okay, finish that off. And that is our birthday card. Now, I did notice after I made it, I was like, oh, it kind of keeps popping open here. So I thought, why not use some of the Lemon Lime Twist ribbon? I love how everything coordinates. What's this ribbon called? It's called, well, it says Lemon Lime Twist, but I think it's called ombre ribbon, because you can kind of see there's like a graduated color change there. So we will just use our scissors and we'll snip and tie it, and that is easy. Okay, so we'll do that. And so don't forget, I know I'm not on Facebook Live this week because I'm busy kind of with a rescheduled class, but you can still comment, and I'll still enter you in the drawing. Comment on this post. I'd love to hear where you're from. I love to hear what you've been stamping and creating lately. And don't forget you can also share this post because it's on my public Facebook page. So just share it away because I love to share stamping with others. And then you'll be entered into the drawing as well. So I'll have 2 drawings, and then I'll announce the winners next week. And then don't forget, I'll be back live next week. I'm trying to keep up with Tuesdays at 2 so that you always get a little Stampin' inspiration each week. And don't forget the February special. Here, let's put some rhinestones. You can never have too much bling. The February special is online ordering special. Just head to my online store, genevieve.stampinup.net, and click the Shop Now button. And if your order $60 or more, just use this host code. I mean, you can always use the host code, but you'll get a free gift if you use that host code. I don't know where I put the free gift now. I think I may have shown it earlier. Everything's buried under here. Here it is. Speaking of not being able to have too much bling, the glitter enamel dots will be yours free when you use the host code for February. Just head to my online store. Okay, so that's the card and inspiration for today. And thanks for joining in. Have a great day. Bye for now.